Yo, another day, another dollar. Hello, it's morning time. Look at the beautiful view. Watch, it's about to hit this corner. Watch the sun hit. Come on, gazer, give me some gaze. Watch, gazer. Not yet though. It's not premium gaze, it's just the beginning gaze. Anyways, what I want to hop on here and talk about is perfecting your craft. Be a master of your craft. What do you mean? What do you mean be a master of my craft? Recently this weekend, I seen some clips. We would say the best shooter in basketball history is Stephen Curry, right? Number 30. He has the most 3 points record in the NBA, right? Okay. He mastered his craft so much so that one time he was shooting corner threes, right? Shooting threes from the corner in Boston, Massachusetts, in Boston's like home arena, right? The home court of Boston Celtics. He was shooting the ball and he kept missing. So then he talked with one of his training coaches, and they started to do their little alignment on trying to get the shot right. Ultimately, to see that the hoop that Stephen Curry was shooting at was messed up. It was not leveled. It wasn't leveled correctly, so much so that one of the most perfect, profound shooters in history could tell. He mastered his craft so well that even though his craft was up to par, the hoop and the floor of the basketball hoop, because he was dribbling, doing dribble drills, and then there was a dead spot on the floor, and he dribbled it, and it goes from higher and then lower, right? That's what happens when you dribble a basketball on different flooring. But that's like saying, like, when you dribble a basketball on carpet, the sound of dribbling a basketball on carpet compared to dribbling on concrete or a basketball floor, right? The sound is different. So just with it bouncing, it's different, right? When the floor doesn't have enough energy or have enough bounce to it to receive the energy from the ball, it can lower. So, but he noticed it, right? He noticed it because he's just going through his progression of getting ready to play the basketball game. But little does he know, he's not perfecting his craft, but he's recognizing that his craft is so well and it's so organized and it's so on point that even the stuff that the hoop, the floor that he depends on isn't up to par. His craft is so meticulous and so correct, right? That even the things he relies on is wrong. Now, this weekend I messed, if you heard about my anthill, I messed with the anthills, right? I have a large bounty on these groundhogs, okay? I have a $1 bounty on this groundhog. If someone could come get rid of this groundhog, you'll get my $1. I have a cage now, so I'm going to set that up. But nevertheless, I have anthill. Tell me why. I move midday. I moved the anthill, right? I have a stick in there. The stick is still hanging out the anthill. So I lifted the stick up because, like, their home was built around the stick when I last put the stick in. they built it around. They made it look nice. So I messed it up again. Tell me why, when not even 3 minutes to 2 minutes of me messing up their anthill, their home, they already have workers grabbing pieces. And I didn't track one ant, so I'm not sure where they were placing these pieces, said pieces. But they were taking the pieces, nevertheless, of their home and doing something with it. So I imagine they were rebuilding. Fast forward, probably not even 6 hours, not even 5 hours later, right? It's the next day of me destroying the anthill. The anthill is intact. There's not no one crack in the walls. Nothing is wrong with this said anthill. They've rebuilt it. They didn't move out. They took what was given to them, right? And in my instance, breaking up their home, they took that and they said, you know what? Let's just keep building. And they kept building. So much so that they repaired their home in less than, I'd say, 7 hours. Why can't we do that as a people, right? Why can't we take whatever life gives us and just build with it? Just build with it. Instead of we want to complain, instead we want to say, oh no, it's not usable, or oh no, we need it brand new. We don't want used, or we don't want this and that. We always have something that it's not, that it doesn't sit with us right, that we don't like, right? But at the end of the day, you could just shut up and deal with it, right? And get the job done and do what you need to do. Like, say you want to be a professional basketball player, because we were talking about Steph Curry, which I do not recommend. Do not be a professional basketball player, because only 0.1% of this American, or not even American, only 0.1% people play basketball professionally, get paid like very well, like millions. And if you can crack that 0.1%, man, you better crack their heads open for as much money as they can give you. But because you're ultimately you're for the upper classes entertainment. That's what your artists, your professional players, that's what this is what you guys are, a slave to the game. You're a slave to the game without even knowing you're a slave to the game, because we're pushed, right? Where we as boys, growing men, we see, oh man, our professional athletes are the ones we look up to, and oh man, we want to play these sports, and then our parents feeds into it and says, oh yeah, you can do it, knowing dang well only 0.1% makes it to the NBA. So it's not even logical to I mean, you could try to pursue it. You could try. It doesn't mean you're going to succeed at it, but you can try, right? But it doesn't but in the longevity schemes of things, you need to figure out what else you want to do. Like, you could become an artist. We haven't tapped into really our artistry, and more so we're tapped into our athletics, when honestly our athletics is just entertainment for the higher ups. We are just entertainment at the end of the day. Basketball players, entertainers. You're just entertaining at the end of the day. And this runs down all the way to the slave plantation, right? They'll take some of us, if you guys ever watched Django, it's a great movie. They had wrestlers, right? They would buy a very large African Americans, right? Very large, stocky, kind of your 250 and up man, and they would make them wrestle. If you remember that scene inside of one of their houses, they had two men wrestling while they were talking about a deal, and it was just entertainment for them. But now we're off the slant. We're off the plantation, and now we're into America. We're living our own lives, but it's their entertainment again, and you're their property again. It's a really messed up game, but a lot of us are blinded by it because all we see is the money and the fame that you get with those said things. Which, I mean, sure, yeah, go ahead, do that, but you're a slave to their game. You're a slave to their game. I could have popped the tire right there, but oh well. I kind of got off track, but you know what? This video is not even to recognize, not even to like shake you up and be like, hey, wake up, but hey, wake up. Do what your heart tells you to do. But I'm telling you, do something that's gonna benefit you and not others. Do something that's gonna benefit you and not others. Right? Stop complaining about your situation and make your situation great. Make whatever you get out your situation, make it great. Don't complain about it. Don't be down about it because your situation is different than others. Comparison is the root to all evils. Seriously, do not compare yourself. And it's one of the hardest things to do. But I'm telling you, once you compare yourself, you're losing the battle already. Don't compare yourself because no one is better than you. Right? No one is better than you. No one is better than me. Right? That's just the kind of mindset we need to adapt. But not only that, we need to hone in and believe it. I love you so much. I'll see you guys soon. Yay.